to serve God with their existence and to always do the will of God. We would say every day for the last 13.8 billion years and every day for the next 13.8 billion years. They used the grace of Jesus Christ dying on the cross to make that decision. And then these bad angels, they decide, no, I don't want to rely on God for anything. I'll make a decision on my own. I make the wrong decision. So I don't use the grace that God offers me to make the right decision. I just make the decision on my own. Okay? So there's that key line. The angels receive this reward through the incarnation, God, man, Jesus Christ, the source of all grace. That's 107. What worship do these angels give to God? Their life is a perpetual hymn of glory, adoration, praise, and thanksgiving to him. And we're going to find out in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, not Bishop Athanasius' Catechism, that glory, adoration, praise, and thanksgiving, those are the 4 forms of prayer, right? So what are the angels doing all day? What they do yesterday and what they do tomorrow? They pray. They glorify, adore, praise, and thank God. They're doing what we're trying to do on earth when we pray the Our Father prayer. Built into the Our Father prayer is glory, adoration, praise, and thanksgiving. And all prayers are the same way. Huh? What's prayer? Being in the presence of God. The angels, the good angels, are always in the presence of God. So what are they doing? They're praying. That's the existence of life, is to praise, to be with God. How many good angels are there? Their number must be very great. Scripture records myriads and myriads of angels serve God in the book of Daniel, book of Hebrews, and the book of Revelation. So just think for a minute. Look at the next question. How are the good angels divided? There are into 3 hierarchies. There are 3 choirs in each hierarchy. The uppermost hierarchy, those that are always in heaven, are seraphim, cherubim, thrones. Those are the 3 highest choirs of angels, closest to God. They got, if God's on the pitcher's mound, they're in the box seats. Okay? That's the highest hierarchy, is the closest to God. Then the second hierarchy, dominions, virtues, and powers, another 3 choirs of angels, they're up in the grandstand seats, or the reserved grandstand. They close? Yeah, they're close. Not as close as the box seats, but they're close to God. They see him on the pitcher's mound. Then the third hierarchy, the principalities, archangels, and angels, they're out in the bleachers. Can they still see God? Yeah, but they're further away than the other 2 hierarchies. They don't have grandstand seats. They don't have box seats. They have bleacher seats. Okay? But they all look at God, right? Now your guardian angel, they're the 9th choir. They're in the 3rd hierarchy. They're called what angels is called in number 110. That's where your archangel is. Okay? Okay. They're in the cheap seats. You know, Bill Veck just gave them away. If you were walking past the Comiskey Park in the old days and there was room in the stadium, you could get in for free. Bill Veck would let you in for free. He said, go, just buy some hot dogs and some beer. And Comiskey always had cotton candy. That's why I like to go there. Wrigley Field, no cotton candy. No, right? You had to go to the Sox to get cotton candy. I used to go ballistic when we went there. I was like, yeah, my brother, I went with my brother and this one guy from work one time. So yeah, I'm in my late 20s or something like that. We went to the old Comiskey Park and I saw the cotton candy. We were on the Sox side of in the grandstand seats, and I saw on the opposite, the visitor side, I saw the cotton candy man, because you could see he's got this big platform with all these cones in there. There was pink or blue cotton candy. You could see that guy from all the way across the stadium. There's the cotton candy man. And my brother's like, dude, relax. He'll come over. No, I can't wait. I ran all the way to the other side of the park and got the cotton candy and brought it back. Sure enough, by the 4th inning, he was back on our side, but I just got more than, you know. Where's this going? Okay, so the angels. These are guardian angels. There's one assigned to each person, and they're not reused, right? So you don't get somebody like Ulysses S. Grant had his own guardian angel. When he died, that angel's like, well, I'm done. You know, give me another one. God, he doesn't say to God, give me another creature, another human being to look after. God says, no, you go and you be by the cemetery in Galena, and you watch over Ulysses S. Grant until he decays into the dust. What then? Nope, keep watching until my son at the end of time comes back, and then you tell him where Ulysses S. Grant is buried, and my son will raise him from the dust and give him his glorified body back. So Grant will have that beard and everything. We'll recognize him lickety-split when he gets to heaven, right? So each angel is assigned, each guardian angel is assigned to one person. There's 8 billion people on the planet right now. What does that mean? There's at least 8 billion guardian angels. Another billion people have already died in human history. No, I think it's up to, I think they're like at 12 or 14 billion people that have existed in time up to the year 2025, right? So there's at least 14 billion guardian angels, right? And more people will be born tomorrow. There's a guardian angel for each of those babies. The baby in the womb that we're praying for these 9 months of pregnancy from March 25th to December 25th, we're praying for that baby, that spiritual adopted baby. He's got a guardian angel, right? And there's more babies to be born in the future. There's a guardian angel for each of those. That's just one choir. 14 billion of them in one choir alone called the guardian angels. So how many angels are there? An infinite amount. It's like Darwin was like, why did God create so many beetles? There's more species of beetles than any other life form on the planet. There's more species of beetles. Like the human species, we're one species. All of us. Chinese people, Japanese people, Italians, Americans, we're all one species, right? But beetles, there's like 10,000 species of beetles. There's something, God had a fascination with beetles for some reason, right? Not the Fab Four.
Oh,
I'm talking about the bugs.
There's only 4 that I know of.
So there's this infinite number of these angels. Why are there so many? Because God created them first. He created them most like Him. They have perfect intellect, perfect will, perfect conscience. He made them perfect, right? And so they're so beautiful. God had a fascination with them. That's why He made so many, right? But they serve Him, okay? Which angels are named in Scripture? There's only 3 archangels that are named. They're from that second next choir up. So there's guardian angels, then archangels. There's 3 that are named, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, that we know from the Bible. We know their names, huh? Do angels interact with the visible universe? Yes. What is a guardian angel? One of the good angels whom God assigned to every man to protect him according to ancient ecclesiastical tradition. Now here's another thing. Each diocese, each town, each nation also has a guardian angel, as recorded about the nation of Israel in the book of Daniel. So, does Sublette have an angel? Yes. Does West Brooklyn have an angel? Yes. Does the United States have an angel? Yeah. Does Bolivia have an angel? Yes. Does Brazil, does Colombia have an angel? Yeah. Each nation has an angel. They're from the principality choir. So if you go up, see those lowest 3 in the third hierarchy on the bottom of page 23. Principalities, archangels, angels. Angels are guardian angels. Archangels are Gabriel, Michael, Raphael. Only 3 that we know the name. Are there more archangels? Yeah. That we only know the names of 3 of them, though. Because we asked what their names were. So remember, Zacharias says, who are you that is telling me this, that my wife is going to be pregnant even though we're in old age? And he says, I'm Gabriel. I stand before God. And you're questioning whether your wife's going to have a baby or not? Dumb. You'll be dumb for 9 months while she's pregnant. Unable to speak. Principality angels, those are where the angels are that are over countries. So the United States has a principality angel that oversees it. But it's a form of governance, huh? Okay. And what good tasks do these angels perform for us? According to the divine providence, they protect our bodies. These are talking about guardian angels. Especially when we reach the age of reason. So remember, when we're innocent and we're doing everything Mom and Dad says, our angel's like, he's just having a smoke break or a coffee break. He's like, yeah, there's not much to do because they're innocent. They're doing everything Mom and Dad tell them. I don't have to do anything. They're not being tempted. they're far from evil. I'm just going to be here, protect their body mostly, because life is fragile when it's young, right? So there's more physical defects that can happen to us when we're young. But before the age of reason, we don't have to worry about the spiritual damage that can be done to a baby. That's why when we say your baby's baptized, something happens, he dies, he's in heaven. If he hadn't reached the age of reason, he didn't have the mental capacity to sin, to turn against God. If you told him to go to bed, he went to bed. When they're young enough, they don't even know what bed is, so you can't tell them anything. They're just innocent.
So, Father, is the soul assigned to our conscience? I mean, because then after we die, though, is it still attached to our soul? Because when we die, our body, whether you're cremated or we're in the cemetery, we spoke before, it's there at the cemetery, but I guess, presume that when we die, our soul leaves our body.
Right, that's the definition of death. So here's, so this is when you're alive. When one cell came from mom, one cell came from dad, and those cells combined, God gave it a soul, a human soul. Angels, it would be a spirit, but it's a soul. And then that body changed from 2 cells into billions of cells, and then the baby was born. The soul is there already. It's there at conception. The answer to death, when you die, all that means is that your soul and body have separated. So your soul rises to the judgment, and we bury your body. Now the soul, it will always have those superpowers: intellect, will, conscience. It's part of it. It can't be separated. You can't lose those. It is what your soul is. It always has intellect, will, and conscience. Just like your body, when it's alive, it always has the senses: seeing, hearing, taste, touch, smell. Right? And so even babies in the womb, they can hear. They can hear their mom and dad talking at night when they go to bed. Mom is laying down, and dad comes to talk to mom. The baby's in the womb. He hears these vibrations of them talking. Right? He can't see yet. It's dark. But as soon as he gets he's born, then he can start. His senses are active. But all his senses are there. His eyes are developing. His ears. His skin is receiving nerve endings. He sticks his thumb in his mouth in the womb. He's tasting his thumb. He's already got taste buds. All those senses are part of your body, and they're always there, right? Just like these are always a part of your soul. Is that your question?
Well, I guess too is that so our guardian angel is going to follow our soul, whether it's hell, purgatory, or heaven?
Oh, no. So because he answered correctly on that one test question, he said, I want to be with God forever. He'll be in heaven even if you go to hell.
Right.
But he won't get that happiness that God promised him. If you get your charge to heaven, not only will you experience the joy of doing my will for all those years that your charge was there and all those years that you watched over his body in the cemetery, but you'll be given another indwelling of joy called happiness. And there can be no greater gift than that, to be in God's presence, to have the beatific vision forever.
So our soul may depart us if we go to hell.
Okay, so when you get...
and soul goes as well to hell. And the angel reports or goes back to God.
Yeah, so when you die, your angel escorts your soul to your particular judgment.
Okay.
And then after the judgment, then he sent to go back and watch over your body.
The physical, well...
The physical body.
Unfortunately, people get cremated and...
Yeah, it just makes it harder.
Yeah.
Can he do it? Yeah, he can do it.
Yeah.
So, angels can be everywhere and anywhere at the same time. Mm-hmm. So if you sprinkle your ashes, you have the space shuttle take you up like Carl. They said, I don't think that was just a story, but they said that Carl Sagan wanted his ashes to be spread from the space shuttle Discovery, or is it Columbia? I can't remember which one. But that was always the rumor that they sprinkled his ashes over the cosmos because that's what he wanted. But your angel, it doesn't have a body, and so he's everywhere and anywhere at the same time too. So he can watch over every speck that is Carl Sagan's body. He just has to, that's his job, he just makes it harder, right? Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Prevent the demons from harming us is task number 2 of Guardian Angel. Inspire our good and holy thoughts, huh? So Howard McInnes talked about this. Like he, once in a while he'd have this invention, new idea for an invention in his shop, and he would follow through on it. He didn't know where the idea came from. It just came to him one day. Where did it come from? It came from his guardian angel. All of a sudden you get this prompting to go and visit someone. Where did you get that? From your angel. How did Mary know to go and visit Elizabeth? Her guardian angel prompted her. She ran in haste. You know, these good thoughts and impulses, they come from our angel. Offer our prayers to God. He helps us offer prayer to God and join their prayers to ours. So angels, they pray perfectly, right? So we're asking our angel, help me to pray every day. And console the souls in purgatory and conduct their souls to heaven. So that's the job of a guardian angel. So every time a mass is celebrated for one of your beloved dead, their guardian angel, who is a participant in the mass that you celebrated for the person, as soon as the mass is done, they go and report to your soul and that person that you had the mass prayed for in purgatory, hey, they just celebrated a mass for you. They're asking the grace of God to be given to you to atone for the damage, your temporal damage of sin. And it's probably your guardian angel that is the one that gives the good news. If you worked a plenary indulgence, they're the ones that say, hey, guess what? What? You don't have to be here in purgatory anymore. Carlene Schuler worked a plenary indulgence for you. Now you can be in heaven. All right, let's go. And they go. And your soul, your spirit, your guardian angel escorts your soul conducts your soul to heaven. Okay. Then you got your evil angels there. Let's take a break, and then we'll go into the Hail Mary prayer. We'll go back to the regular catechism, okay? But just, you can read that section on the evil angels, so that's just kind of depressing, huh? But you ought to know what the opposition is up to. So read that section in the Bishop Athanasius Catechism, page 24, 25, and a little bit on 26 there, about the evil angels, and you'll know a little bit about what they're trying to do and how they work, huh? What could be the bad of that, of knowing how the enemy works, right? Isn't that what football teams do all the time? They find out what plays did the last offense run and what did that defense do to stop this? Let's do something that will follow them up.